G'day everyone and welcome back to the farm. So yeah, there's been a bit of sheep drafting going on. The local Jamestown sheep market is on today, so Dad's got a few sheep heading in there, so we just had to separate a couple of different mobs there. They were all mixed in together, and they've been loaded and they're going into the markets now, so there you go. Just out checking what sort of a job my knockdown did on this hay cut paddock, but here's some ryegrass that was out here and she is well and truly fried. Stopped those seeds from setting. All in all, a pretty good result, I think. What's going on? Are you helping Jeepa? What are you guys doing? What am I doing here? I came down to spy on you.
What are you doing, Daddy?
Well, I'm about to go down and put the comb on the header and start checking over the knife and changing oils on it.
Yeah.
Because we're going to need it before we know it. You know that they say the most expensive way to make money out of your header is by selling the scrap steel from all the parts that you replace. So I don't know if you guys caught that before, but I think we're going to put the comb on the header today. We've got to change some oils on there, replace any blunt, broken, dull knife sections on there. We might pull the draper belts back, have a look at the rollers. Just get all that side of it finished, because I have heard murmurs from people in towns about 20 minutes away. I mean, granted they are a week or so ahead of us, but they're talking they might be starting harvest in about a week, so it's coming around real fast. But we don't even have our canola windrow yet. It's not ready yet. It'll still be a couple of weeks after that, so I'm thinking we're still going to be at least 3 weeks away before we start. I don't know, maybe there might be some barley or something that'll go sooner, but you know, these warm spring days like today, it's an absolute cracker out there today. 31 degrees, barely a breath of wind, absolutely lovely weather. So yeah, that's what's on the program for today. We need to try and get this done so that this can go to the dealer on the 25th and then they can do what they got to do with it, and then we're ready to rumble. I'm going to move a bit of machinery out of here so I can swing the 9770 around and hook on in the shed here. That way I can do it in the shade, because man, that sun is belting down today out there. But 10 bucks says that when I start this tractor up, a huge bird's nest comes out of that exhaust there. Let's see how we go. I told ya. There's always nests in the exhaust, but there's never eggs and there's never any baby chicks, so I don't know whether they just build them for fun. First problem detected. Seeing as I can't hop out of the seat with the machine in, or the separator in gear, I'm going to put the camera down here somewhere And you guys are going to watch for me, and then I'm going to watch the video back and see if the feeder house is actually turning. Well, I just watched that back and it looks like it's turning, so maybe we've got an electrical fault, but I'll pull off all these guards again on the side of the feeder house and we'll see if we can't see something disconnected or loose or something. Anyway, these things break down in the shed. I say that all the time and it's true, they really do. I don't even know where that sensor is, no idea. We'll pull the other side off as well and have a look. So here you have a machine that was running perfectly fine, no issues when it went into the shed. And I flick it into gear and this lock collar has come off. How the heck has that happened? I looked down here straight away, I could see there's my sensor and there was like I could see fresh metal down in here and I thought, well, what's this sensor? Where's the pulse wheel for this to read off? And it pushed back over there like that and I grabbed it and oh, there she is. What the heck? How has that happened? I guess we'll reattach it and re-lock it on and we'll see how it goes. I don't think that that's going to go back on there. Now, I think we're going to be needing a new bearing on here because every time I try and tighten this up, you can see how cockeyed it goes. And if you pull this back off, you can see the bottom side of this bearing just here. She's all worn away, like it's broken off. So that means that that thing was just hanging on for dear life at the end of last harvest. And then when I've kicked it into gear this year, for whatever reason, that's just come off. You can't make this stuff up, can you? For one thing, it is better to find that now than the day we go out for harvest. So we're just gonna have to pull this shaft out and put a new bearing on there, I suppose. So what I might do now is actually organise the parts for that. Or will it just come as quick on a stock order now? Well, there goes 29 minutes of my time on the phone. She's a bit dusty. Well folks, I am officially almost defeated here. I'm trying to get this roller off here and it just will not come off. It's supposed to just slide straight off this shaft. I've been here levering it, pulling on it, shaking it for longer than I care to admit and it will not come off there. And I don't really know what to do. This rubber's pretty average on here. I was sort of thinking I'd leave it for another year, but you know, I really wanted to look at this bearing, and if that bearing is rusted on there, it's been on there for that long, then what sort of shape's the bearing in? I don't really know. I need to get a look at it so I can tell. But I can't get it off, so what's my options here? I've really got to either cut it off and put a new roller on and a new bearing and be done with it, or I just put it back together and leave it. And to me, that's dumb, because if that bearing's worn out or something like that and it goes, then we're going to start a fire, and we don't want to do that. How you going?
There's a fire going down the forest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's a picnic ground basically, I think. Or around there somewhere.
Might have to take a rain check. Apparently there's a fire down by the forest.
Yeah, I see that.
Asked me how fun it was to get that roller off down there.
How are these coming out?
You just undo those 3 bolts there and you just whack them out. So I don't know if you guys heard any of that then, but there's a fire apparently down near Bundaleer Forrest here. It is 32 degrees and very windy from the north today, so it's warm enough. It's way too early to be having fire problems. Thought I'd make sure that I had plenty of water, but I got plenty of water. Don't have plenty of fuel. One of my jobs coming up over the next few days was to go over this firefighter and change the oil and everything on here and make sure it's good to go for harvest. I had no anticipation of using it in the middle of October. That is just way too early. Make sure we're going to fire up. Geez, I tell you guys what, if there's a fire in that forest, that ain't getting put out. I just pray that when I get there it's not as bad as what I'm thinking. Well, she ain't great up here, guys. There's we're right in the smoke, the wind's swirling around, and it looks like it's semi under control, but every time the wind picks up, it keeps blowing more fire around. We're just kind of sitting on standby here, waiting to try and catch anything that might pop up. And it's damn hot in here, and it's damn smoky. This is not good, folks. This is not good. It's going to get away into those pine trees over there. We are in the shit here, guys. It's in the pine trees over there. I don't know how we're going to get this thing out now. She's just about gone. This is bad. This is really, really bad. Hopefully we can cut it off here before it gets into the other pine trees over here. She's through, folks. We've lost the battle. It's gonna burn for a while now. Well, guys, we might have one more chance at stopping this fire. There's a set of pine trees back behind this one is where it started. It then jumped about 100 meters into this lot. We're very lucky though, all this has been cleared, but there's still logs everywhere, so it's still a very high risk. And behind this we've got a sort of grass hills, but down to my left down here, that's basically the forest. So if it gets in there, we're in real deep trouble. But oh, we just gotta hope that we can get on top of it here. And I'm beat up already. The smoke, the ash, everything from being up there at the start. Oh, not fun, guys, not fun at all. So you guys look how far away we are from the fire here right now, and it's catching light down here, so that's not good. That wind is blowing those embers around. So as horrible as it is sitting upwind of the fire here, I think we're going to sit up here, just try and flank any spot fires off that develop over this way with this wind. So I only got not much battery left on my GoPro at the moment, so I don't have a spare one on me, so if I stop filming at some point, that is why. So if we look at the wind forecast, it's supposed to, it's sort of northwest, more westerly at the moment. It's supposed to swing around to more of a westerly, then a southwest. We really need a southerly breeze to push this fire away from the forest, so that could be a bit of a saving grace, but until then we're talking up to 25 to 30 km/h winds. It's not very good firefighting weather out there at all. You can't help but feel pretty well helpless and useless when a fire like this is going. There's really not much you can do. Once it's going in those pines, nothing you can do about it. So the forestry have got lines bulldozed through here, and we're just working, all of us farmers, up and back these lines, looking for any fires that break out in any of these logs here. These stumps are going to burn for weeks. It's going to be a real hazard going forward. This could reignite at any time. Not that you guys will be able to see it probably through that smoke, but the grade has been busy putting in a big, excuse me, fire break here. So hopefully that'll help contain it. I'm feeling like we're kind of getting on top of it a little bit at the moment. I feel like we've contained it to a certain area. It's not hopefully going to spread to the next lot of pine trees further to the east, but honestly the wind's that strong, it doesn't take anything at all to spread this. just a severe lack of people on this northern end of the fire at the moment. I almost thought about going home because it sort of seemed like things are under control, and then you drive back and what do you know, there's grass fires spreading along here. So I'm glad that I came back along here. That grader driver has been a busy man. Well guys, it's about 5:30 in the evening. I am out of drinking water. It has cooled down significantly out there, although the wind's still pretty gusty, but I think just at the front of the fire here, we're gonna run this tank full of water out on some stumps or something. And we're gonna head back home. I think the worst of it is behind us now. I mean, yeah, like I said, anything's possible though. But the CFS are standing around the edge of this fire here at the moment, so hopefully, yeah, if anything is to come undone, they're close by. Fresh air, that is just amazing. I talked with the woman down by the entrance there who was sort of directing people, and it sounds like a lot of people have left now, so everyone must be getting the same vibes as me. Things are sort of settled down, it's cooled down, it's generally contained. The CFS is still there around the perimeter, so all in all, thank goodness. We'll refill this sucker in case we need to get going again in a hurry. Well guys, I don't even know what to say at the moment. That was pretty awful, pretty exhausting. I've inhaled more than enough smoke for the day, my eyes are burning. I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to go out for a cold drink, a warm meal and a nice soothing shower, I think. So I just want to say thank you to everyone for watching the videos. Big shout out to everyone who attended that fire today. I did speak with the landowner there at one point when I was filling up with water, and he was in pretty good spirits. And I don't think the fire covered a very big area, but you know, it was just very hard to put out with that wind and the way that it kept jumping forward all the time. So not ideal, not a good start to the fire season. I just wanted to take this opportunity as well to say to any farmers or people in rural areas, just be alert, be aware. Farmers, make sure your firefighting gear is ready to go. Make sure you try and keep the maintenance up on your machinery and that this harvest, and you know, try and minimise that risk of fire, because nobody likes dealing with that. It's no fun. So anyway, thanks again guys. Have a good one. Until next time, see ya. Hello.